Hello students, myself Mr. Santosh Kumar Kadhi, PGT Physics, Kendriya Vidyalaya Berhampur, Odisha. Today we are going to discuss the topic series and parallel combination of resistors for class 12th CBSE Physics. Our topic outline for today are series combination of resistors, parallel combination of resistors, mixed combination of resistors, and then we shall discuss some numerical problems associated with it. Let's first discuss about the series combination of resistors. Two or more resistors are said to be in series if they are so connected that the same current, that means the same set of electrons, passes through each resistor in the combination in the same direction. So you can see the diagram here. R1, R2 and R3, three resistors are connected end to end. Now whichever electrons will enter R1, they have no other path to pass. So they have to pass through R2 and they have to pass through R3. So in this figure, these three resistors are connected in series. The current have only a single path to flow. Now such combination of resistors is called series combination. Now let's discuss the characteristics of series combination of resistors. See the figure. R1, R2 and R3 are connected in series and the entire combination is connected across a cell. Now the terminal potential difference of the cell is V. Now suppose the potential at A is represented as VA and potential at D is represented as VD. Now the potential difference of the cell, that is V, is equal to potential at A minus potential at D, that is VA minus VD, which is equal to VA minus VB plus VB minus VC plus VC and minus VD. Now you can see VA minus VB is the potential drop across R1. VB minus VC is potential drop across R2, that will represent as V2, and potential drop across R3 is VC minus VD, that is equal to V3. So the total potential drop of V becomes equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. That means it is divided into three parts. So V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. This is according to the Ohm's law, which states that the potential drop across a resistor is equal to current times its resistance. Now since the current is same, so the current remains I across all the resistor. Now suppose the total, that means equivalent resistance between A and D is represented as Rs, that means the resistance of series combination. Then the total potential difference V is equal to total current I into total resistance Rs. This is again in accordance with Ohm's law. So Rv becomes equal to Irs, and that's equal to I common R1 plus R2 plus R3. So if we cancel I on both sides, it gives equivalent resistance of series combination is the sum of the resistors connected in series, sum of the resistances of the resistors connected in series. So Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So based upon this explanation, we can draw the characteristics, means properties of the series combination of resistors. First, series circuit is a potential divider circuit. That means the total potential difference is divided into parts. Second, the same current passes through each resistor. The current have no other path or no alternative path to flow. Third, the potential is divided across the individual resistors in the ratio of their individual resistances. Since current is same, so the ratio of potential drop across R1 to potential drop across R2 to potential drop across R3, that is V1 is to V2 is to V3, is equal to I into R1 is to IR2 is to IR3, that is again equal to R1 is to R2 is to R3. So the is divided potential drop is divided across the individual resistors in the ratio of their resistances. Now come to the equivalent resistance. The equivalent resistance is the sum of the individual resistances. So the equivalent resistance is greater than the highest resistance in the combination. So suppose we connect a 1000 ohm resistor, a 10 ohm resistor and a 1 ohm resistor in series. Then amongst these three, 1000 ohm is the highest and 1 ohm is the lowest. Now the equivalent resistance is more than the highest resistance, means the equivalent resistance will be greater than 1000 ohm. Fifth property, all the current have to follow the same path. There is no alternate path available for the electrons to flow. Now let's see a numerical problem associated with series combination of resistors. Here we have three resistors connected in series, a 3 ohm resistor, a 4 ohm resistor and a 5 ohm resistor. C and A are the endpoints of 3 ohm and A and B are the endpoints of 4 ohm and 5 ohm. The question asked us to find the equivalent resistance between point A and point B. Now it's not the total resistance. Between point A and point B there are two resistors 4 ohm and 5 ohm which are connected in series. Second, we need to find the current flowing through the 4 ohm resistor, and third, we need to find the potential drop across the 4 ohm resistor. Now let's solve it. Between A and B there are two resistors connected in series, 4 ohm and 5 ohm. So the equivalent resistance between A and B is equal to 4 ohm plus 5 ohm, that's equal to 9 ohm. Now to determine the current, we need to find out the total resistance of the circuit, that is the resistance between C and B. Now equivalent resistance between CB is equal to 3 ohm plus 4 ohm plus 5 ohm because all of them are in series, and that's equal to 12 ohm. So the current is equal to potential difference by resistance according to Ohm's law, that's equal to 6 by 12 or 0.5 ampere. Now third, the potential drop across 4 ohm, again it's equal to I into R4. That means current into resistance or 0.5 into 4 ohm, that's equal to 2 volt. So I hope you have understood the characteristics and how to tackle the problems of series combination of resistors. Now let's come to the parallel combination of resistors. Two or more resistors are said to be in parallel connection if they are so connected that the potential difference across them are same or equal. That means both ends of all the resistors in the parallel combination are connected across common points. In this diagram, the both ends of the three resistors are connected across the same point A and B. So the potential difference across each resistor will be potential at A minus potential at B. A and B are the 2 points between which all these three resistors are connected. So they have the common points A and B. So whatever is the potential difference between A and B, the same potential difference will be there across all the three resistors. So in parallel combination, the potential difference across each resistor will be same, but the current have multiple paths to flow from A to B. So the total current in the circuit is divided into three parts because there are three alternative paths. It's just like that the water is coming through a wider pipe, and then it is divided into three houses. The water connection is given to three houses. Then the total water coming in the main pipe will be equal to the sum of the water provided to the first house plus the sum of water flowing through the pipe going to second house plus the water flowing through the pipe to the third house. Now let's discuss some of the characteristics of parallel combination of resistors. In this diagram, you can see three resistors connected in parallel between 2 points A and B. And then the combination of the resistors is connected across a cell of terminal potential difference V. Now the total current which is drawn from the cell, positive terminal of the cell, is divided into three parts. The current flowing through the first branch, that is R1, is I1. Then current flowing through second branch is R2 and through third branch is R3. Since the total current is divided into three parts, so total current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now according to Ohm's law, current is equal to potential difference by resistance. So if the total resistance of the parallel combination of all the three resistors is Rp, it's represented as Rp, then total current is equal to total potential difference, that is V divided by Rp. Now this is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Why it is so? Because the potential difference across each of these three resistors, which is equal to VA minus VB, is also equal to the potential difference provided by the cell. That means the terminal potential difference of the cell. So potential difference across each resistor is equal to the total potential difference provided by the cell. So taking V common and cancelling out, we get 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So the characteristics of parallel combination of resistors, we can see here. The parallel circuit is a current divider circuit. That means the total current is divided into parts. The potential difference is same across each resistor. The total current is divided across the individual resistors in the reverse ratio of their individual resistances. In series circuit, we have seen that the potential difference is divided in the ratio of the resistances. But here the current is divided in the reverse ratio of the resistance. Why it is so? Let's see here. I1 is to I2 is to I3 is equal to V by R1 is to V by R2 is to V by R3. So cancel V from the ratio, then we get it's equal to 1 by R1 is to 1 upon R2 is to 1 upon R3. So that means the ratio of current flowing through the first resistor to that of to that through the second resistor is equal to second resistance by first resistance. That means the current is divided in the reverse ratio of the resistances. The same is applicable for the total circuit also. That means the current through any one branch divided by the equivalent resistance is equal to, the current flowing through any one branch divided by the total current flowing through the circuit is equal to the resistance, that means equivalent resistance of the parallel combination divided by resistance of the first branch. That means I1 by I is equal to R by R1. Now the fourth characteristics, the equivalent resistance, that is 1 is given by 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So the equivalent resistance in parallel combination is less than the least resistance in the combination. So if you take a 1000 ohm resistor and a 10 ohm resistor and a 1 ohm resistor and connected all of them in parallel, then the equivalent resistance of the parallel combination will come less than the lowest resistance in the combination. The lowest resistance in this combination is 1 ohm. So the equivalent resistance of parallel combination of 1000 ohm, 10 ohm and 1 ohm will come to be less than 1 ohm. This is because the current is getting multiple paths to flow. So the total opposition to the flow of current reduces. Fifth, the total current is divided among the different branches in parallel combination. The highest current passes through the lowest resistance path and the lowest current passes through the highest resistance path. So students, let us see another practice question. Here in this diagram, three resistors 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm are connected in parallel across a 6-volt battery. We need to find the total current in the circuit. We need to find the current passing through 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm. And we need to find the equivalent resistance. Now let's see the total current in the circuit. Before finding the total current, let us find out the individual currents. So if you add them, we will get the total current. So let's attempt B first. Current through 2 ohm, that is I1, is equal to potential difference by resistance. That's according to Ohm's law. So it's a 6 volt by 2 ohm and that's equal to 3 ampere. Similarly, I2 is equal to 2 ampere and I3 is equal to 1.5 ampere. So we got the total current through the three branches is the sum of individual currents, that comes to be 6.5 ampere. Now come to the equivalent resistance of the parallel combination. This you can find out by two methods. Since we already obtained the total current, so we can find the resistance from Ohm's law, that is V by I. Since we have V is equal to 6 volt, potential difference is 6 volt and the total current is 6.5 ampere. So we got equivalent resistance is equal to 6 volt by 6.5 ampere, that's equal to 12 by 13 ohm. Alternatively, we can also find the equivalent resistance of the parallel combination from the formula 1 by Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. The result will come same by any method. Now, our next point is mixed combination of resistors. When resistors are connected in a circuit in such a way that there are series as well as parallel combination of resistors, then we get mixed combination. You can see in this diagram two resistors of 10 ohm each are connected in series, and then this series combination of two resistors is connected in parallel across 20 ohm. Now this entire combination is again connected in series to the parallel combination of two more resistors, that is 6 ohm and 3 ohm. So based upon this diagram, we may be asked to find out the current through any particular resistor or the potential difference across any particular resistor, or we may also be asked to find out the potential drop, total potential drop or equivalent resistance of the circuit. Now, if you analyze this circuit, look again. If you analyze this circuit, you can see that R1 and R3 are not in parallel combination. Why? It is because both ends, only one end of 20 ohm and 10 ohm, that means R1 and R3, are connected to the point A. But the other ends of the resistor R1 and the second end of resistor R3 are not connected to the same point. So R1 and R3 are not in parallel. Similarly, R3 and R5 are not in series. It's because different current are passing through them. The current I will divide into I1 and I2 in the first parallel combination, and then again they will mix up to form I, and again this I will be divided into two paths. So since same current is not passing through R3 and R5, so R3 and R5 are not in series connection. So R1 and R2 are in series, and the equivalent resistance of the series combination is 20 ohm. Now this series combination of R1 and R2 are connected in parallel with R3. So the equivalent resistance of the parallel combination 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20, that is 2 by 20. So Rp is equal to 20 upon 2, that is 10 ohm. In the second part, 6 ohm and 3 ohm are connected in parallel. So similarly their equivalent resistance comes to be 2 ohm. So now this circuit can be simplified as this one. So here you can see the equivalent resistance between A and B as calculated by us came to be 10 ohm, and equivalent resistance of the parallel combination of 6 ohm and 3 ohm between B and C came to be 2 ohm. So now we have two resistors in series, that means 10 ohm between A and B and 2 ohm between B and C. So the circuit becomes a simple series circuit now. The equivalent resistance came to be 12 ohm, and the total current drawn from the battery is equal to total potential difference by equivalent resistance. That means 6 upon 12, that is equal to 0.5 ampere. Now see the main circuit again. So suppose we need to find out the current I3, that is passing through the resistance say R4, that means the 6 ohm. Suppose you have been asked to determine the current flowing through the 6 ohm resistor. Now in the diagram I have named the current to be I3 and the total current of the circuit to be I. So you see the second branch, second part, where 6 ohm and 3 ohm are connected in parallel. So the total current passing through the parallel combination of 6 ohm and 3 ohm is I, whereas the current passing through the 6 ohm only is I3. Now see point number 3 which we have discussed earlier. At the last of point number 3, we have discussed that I1 upon I is equal to R upon R1. That means the current in one branch 1 divided by total current equal to total resistance by resistance of branch 1. That means the ratio of current is reverse ratio of resistance. So if we apply the same principle here, then I3 divided by I will be equal to the total resistance of the parallel combination of 6 ohm and 3 ohm to 6 ohm. So look here, I have done it for you. I3 by I is equal to total resistance between B and C divided by the resistance 6 ohm. Now the total resistance between B and C is 2 ohm. So I3 upon I is equal to 2 by 6. So I3 is equal to 2 by 6 into 0.5 ohm, 0.5 ampere, which is the total current. So the current through the 6 ohm resistor comes to be 1 by 6 ampere. So how to analyze a circuit which contains both the series and parallel combinations? The goal of the series parallel resistor circuit analysis is to be able to determine all voltage drops, currents, and power dissipation in a circuit. This can be done as follows. Step 1. Assess which resistors in the circuit are connected together in simple series or simple parallel circuit. As in the previous figure, R1 and R2 were connected in series. Similarly, R4 and R5 were connected in parallel. That means the 6 ohm and 3 ohm were connected in parallel. So they are in simple series and simple parallel connection. In step 2, redraw the circuit, replacing each of those series or parallel resistors. Step 3, repeat step 1 and step 2 until the entire circuit is reduced to one equivalent resistor. Just like in our previous case, we have found out the total resistance, equivalent resistance to be 10 ohm plus 2 ohm, that is 12 ohm. Next, calculate the total current from the total voltage and total resistance by using Ohm's law. In the next step, taking the total voltage and total current values, go back to last step in the circuit. Use reduction process and insert those values wherever applicable. Next, from known resistances, that means total voltage or total current values which we obtained from step 5, use Ohm's law to calculate the unknown values. For example, if you know the EMF or voltage and the resistance, then from that the current can be found out to be EMF or voltage divided upon resistance. Next, repeat step 5 and step 6 until all the unknown values which are asked to you are found out. And finally, in the last step, calculate the power dissipation or potential drop or current or resistance, whatever values are asked to you. Now, Let us discuss a simple problem. See, in this diagram, in the given diagram, we have a two ohm resistors connected in parallel. Then the combination is connected in series to a 3 ohm resistor, and then again there is a parallel combination of 9 ohm with a series combination of 4 ohm and 5 ohm. In this problem, we need to determine the current through the 5 ohm resistor. We need to determine the total current drawn from the cell, and we need to determine the potential drop across the 4 ohm resistor. So potential drop across 4 ohm resistor can be found if the current flowing through the 4 ohm resistor can be obtained. Okay, students, you carry on with this problem. This is for your practice. Thank you all. I hope you have benefited from this video. Thank you. Thank you very much.